What up, guys? Let's get into this. Chapter 78. Alright, we start off with basically a doppelganger kaiju coming after Captain Shimura. Well, she's not captain, but coming after Shimura. So basically, as we left off, there was 5 kaijus. Each one of them were considered to be super powerful kaijus. They're like Dai kaijus. I can't remember the exact title for it. I'm making a video for all those. Now this one that she's fighting is actually looks very similar to her. And not only that, it's very intelligent because it can speak. But that's not the only thing of it is. She's also kind of contemplating whether how she going to beat this thing, because this will be the first time she fighting something as strong as this on her own without no help coming whatsoever. Because let's face it, the people that's with her right now are nothing more than cannon fodder. So we get to that, and she just says, "All right, my leader won't be able to help me. The main character won't be able to help." So she's telling him, "Hey, make sure none of the people comes nowhere near the danger zone." Basically, that's from remember where the battle will be taking place, or where they assume how far the battle is taking place. It would be around. Well, I guess it normally depends on how serious they think the battle would be. So I say it's a good distance, at least a few blocks. Well, more than a few blocks, definitely. But anyway, so the battle starts, and she just egging her on, and the kaiju is just egging her on. This is kaiju number 15. She just egging her on, saying, "Oh, you look like her," and so she just constantly egging her on, trying to get her, and like, you gonna be weak. Does one type of attack, basically, as I already stated, as we already knew. The fodder characters, they already died. She's the only one that survived, and she barely survived. She like, "Ooh, I barely survived that." So basically, the battles keep going on. She uses the big axe, because she used a big old axe to fight. I still don't understand how she's able to use that thing so well. Well, then again, manga, superpowers, super suits. There we go. So she uses the axe, but she just able to block it like it was nothing. Like, she blocks it with her foot and just say, "You're decent, but you're still nothing." And so the battle goes on. We see this huge, big explosion, anime manga type explosion of them clashing one another. It's actually pretty lit. Granted, I want to say she's not going to die. In fact, I'm 99.9% certain. We all know that she's not going to die. But she will be very injured, and this is a good test to see how far her training gone. In fact, for all of them, actually. We'll see how far their training is. This will be a very good test for all of them. So I'm interested in that for sure. So, anyway, the battle goes on. She's actually being overpowered. She's barely able to dodge the attacks. And all the girls are just basically saying, "Man, you lame old man. You suck. Come on now. I thought you'd be better than this." Also, low-key think that somehow the reason why she looks like that is really because she looks more like the mother when she was younger, and also more of a psychological thing, really, just to mess with her head more. Because the more you see, she kind of just thinking like, can I really do this? I'm scared. I can barely fight this person. I can barely fight this kaiju. I gotta dodge every attack. Any of these attacks land, I'm gonna die. She just having all these thoughts, with making it very much harder for her to fight. That's for sure. So that's all happens, and everyone is basically in that lab or in the headquarters are just saying it's a one-sided battle. She's able to hold her own, but it's still a one-sided battle. She's not going to survive. And then they're even saying that she's definitely in the future will be the center, will be like the head person of the head, be the strongest person we got in the future. That's if she survives this anyway. But in the future, but as of right now, she's nowhere close to that type of abilities. Nowhere close to it. So she's really just getting completely beaten. Just honestly, it's almost criminal, really. She's barely able to hold her own against her. Her organs are being shattered. It's just very godly. This is just one big beating, boy. This is really something. But I mean, it's nice to see the clash of how the fight is going, and it really is interesting. We're definitely going to see her dig deep for sure. But as of right now, There's no chance. You see blood coming out after something hits. She clashing into buildings. Just, I can still fight. I mean, she has no other choice. If she doesn't, she's dead. And if she keep on fighting, she's probably gonna die too. The best chance she have is keep fighting and probably trying to push back. But then the woman is basically toying with her and just says, "There's no way you can beat me." And then all you see is like roots of one of her arms just basically turning into like a giant tree almost. It looks like a giant tree. It looks like a giant tree, but she's actually, I think she's forming, I guess, to her actual form. And it forming is having like different rubbles and stuff all over, and basically say, "You'll never put a scratch on me." That's what she says. She says, "You'll never put a scratch on me." And thus everyone is just like, my God, she's dead. that's what they're thinking. That's what they're thinking. They think she's gonna die. There's no way. There's no way. No one can come save her right now. It's only her. It would be very interesting to see how this turns out, guys. It would be very interesting because I know she's going to live. Let's keep it a buck. We all know she's most likely going to live through this. She might not beat her, but she probably going to push her back. And she haven't used the full extent of that suit yet. So we'll see how the next chapter turns out. But these number kaijus that we see so far, it look like they're the most advanced and possibly the most powerful we've seen in the story so far. So we'll see just how far she can go. I'm interested to see how the others kaiju do it well. So we'll see. Alright guys, catch you later. Twirl out.